Well, fancy meeting you here again. Just thought I'd quickly show you what it looks like inside. The manual's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to follow. There's a little spitty thing that you have to mix the liquid in to activate your DNA in there or to preserve it, and that was a bit tricky, but rather than that, straightforward. Sorry guys, I do apologise for my nose. Every time I make a video or try and record something, I seem to always have a cold of some sort. It's really irritating. But as you can see in the background, it is Christmas time and it's cold and it's the UK, so it's bound to happen, and I get colds all the time, so it's just, I'm in the cycle. So anyways, yeah, my dad came to back to England from where he lived in Australia. He came to visit family, and I took him to the gym that I used to work at so we could train together, which was kind of nice. And my boss, who knows a little bit about me, was a bit shocked because he'd been told by me that I do have Asian heritage somewhere, or, you know, my surname is, actually, I might not tell you my surname. I don't know, but I might put it down there. But yeah, so he was a bit shocked to see that my dad didn't look as Asian as he thought he would, and he was just asking me more questions about my background, and I kind of got a bit frustrated because these are things that I can't really answer. And all I know from what I've been told is that my dad, on my dad's side, my grandma and my granddad both lived and were born in Jamaica. But my dad's heritage is Asian and black, and my nan's heritage is Scottish, I think, and black, but I just don't know percentages. I mean, there's not a lot of records when you, well, at least when I speak to my nan on my mom's side, I mean, she can't really explain very much to me. It was just kind of like very basic back then, more survival, more things weren't really documented or written down. I mean, some people don't even have birth certificates, which blew my mind. I never really thought of these things, like, you know, so it was more like these things weren't important. But now that we have the technology and the money and the resources to kind of research these things and look further into it, I think that I should definitely take the opportunity, especially since I really want to go away again and leave the country. I just think it's good to know yourself, so when you do settle down and have a family, or, you know, you want to spread and tell about your family history, it's just great to know. So yeah, anyways, on my mum's side, my nan and my granddad were both born and bred in Jamaica, but my nan is a mixture of all types, and I haven't really pinpointed exactly what she is, but I know that it is like black, obviously African. Oh, I've totally forgotten. See, it's either Scottish or Irish, I can't remember which one, but it's one of the others, and maybe a little bit of Asian, like Indian in her, I'm not sure. That's what I've been told from her. My granddad, I'm not too aware. I think he doesn't have very much of a mixture in him. I think he's just like African, Jamaican, African, whatever you want to say. He's African. So yeah, this is really interesting to me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. Oh, shall I make a guess? Maybe I should guess. I reckon that I am maybe 75% African. I have no clue where in Africa, so this is really exciting for me. I don't really have any general idea. I'm not gonna say what I'm hoping for, just in case I'm not in Africa, but we'll see what it is. What else? I do expect to see a little bit of Asian in there, just from what I've been told. Either Indian or, you know, somewhere like China or something like that. But maybe like 5% Asian, 5 to 10%. 10% might be high, I don't know. So that's my general, and the rest, I don't know what the rest will be. I might be 80% actually, maybe 80% African. I don't know. Okay, anyway, let's just jump to it because I don't know. Oh wait, can I just explain that it was pretty easy. The process was easy. I ordered it. At the time, I think there was a 30% discount, so it did come up to about 70 quid, opposed to like 100, which was great, can't complain. I purchased this, I think it was December, very early December time. I think December the 2nd, it actually all went through and I got the confirmation, which is a shock because it's actually
Christmas Eve today. So what a lovely gift, you know, for them to kind of, I feel like they've been there in their little labs and like really rushed to get everything ready. So it's a nice gift for people to have to kind of open up for Christmas, which I thought was really, really cool. So as you can tell, it didn't take long at all. I was expecting to like not see my results until February time or something like that, because from what I've watched prior, they've said that it takes about 3 weeks or no, not 3 weeks, months, I think. So I don't know, but I'm really, really happy that it's come today. So let's look at them. Let's look at them. Okay, I'm gonna go in and click the link. Oh, it's explaining what my ethnicity estimate is. All right, I've got to skip to it. I'll watch it. I'm too excited. Okay, anyways, so I was kind of right. Okay, it says 74% Africa. Okay, so I'm gonna break that down. It says Nigeria, 28%. Benin/Togo, 25%. Ivory Coast and Ghana, 9%. And Cameroon/Congo, 6%. Is there trace regions? They say trace regions. Africa Southeastern Bantu, 4%. Mali, 1%. And Africa South Central Hunter-Gatherers, 1%. Ooh. And I love the way that it's laid out, because you've got your little pie chart at the top, and then you've got the map of different areas, and obviously it's keyed to the colours. I mean, you can see the general area of where you come from, so it's a really good display. Now America, oh, 1% Native American, which I didn't really expect. Asia East is 3%. I said about 5 to 10. I didn't really know how much, so that seems about accurate. Europe, 21%, which I kind of, I don't know, I didn't really know what to expect. West is 5%, so that's like Germany, Scandinavia, the Netherlands and France, Czech Republic and Austria. Trace regions, 16%, so it's like even they're confused, it seems. Ireland, 6%, which I didn't expect. Well, I didn't really know. I don't know if I knew. 6% Ireland. Europe West, 3%. I need to click on this so I can understand. Okay, so that's Poland and Ukraine and Latvia and stuff like that is 3%. And Estonia and Romania. Scandinavia, 3%. So that's like Norway, Sweden, Denmark. I do have a few friends from there actually. You know what? I wonder if the people that you meet are... Anyways, I'll get back to it. Anyway. Great Britain, 2%. Italy/Greeks, 1%. European Jewish, 1%. And Polynesian, that's a trace region of Pacific Islander, is Polynesia, 1%. Interesting. I actually didn't expect me not to have, when you're raised somewhere, because I've been born and bred in UK, so I kind of expected Great Britain to be a little bit higher, to be honest, but I'm only 2%, and I'm actually more Irish, which is 6%, than I am Great British. I mean, the rest was very much up in the air. I just really wanted to know what I'm made up of, because, you know, the weird thing is, when people are from Jamaica, you don't really get, some people don't even claim to be African, and they're not really, some people, I'm not saying everybody, but some people are really ignorant, and it's kind of sad that they're not aware that they are African. You know, that is their true ancestry, that is their true heritage. They are African, and I was one of these people. So for me to find this out, it really, it's amazing. I love it, and I have to comment on the Nigeria, because I've got so many Nigerian friends, so that kind of makes me happy. But also, I just really wondered, this is what I wanted to say earlier, but I kind of just cut it off because I was reading through, but I always wonder if, because there's something in your DNA, are you drawn to people that are kind of the same as you? Maybe it's, you know, like, maybe you find a deep connection with people because it's in your blood. And I find that fascinating, because obviously people are normally an effect of their environment, not their DNA. So I really questioned that, but I have a lot of Nigerian friends, so I'm sure they'll be more than happy to know that I am 28% Nigerian. But in Togo, amazing. I need to find out more about these places because I am not really aware of, you know, some of these places. I've heard them through Ancestry.com, but the good thing about Ancestry.com on YouTube, like people reviewing their own backgrounds and results. Sorry, I'm sniffing, it's getting worse, so I'm gonna end this very soon. But yeah, I really like the breakdown, and I'm gonna read this a little later. This was just a live reaction, but I'm gonna have a little read of this like thoroughly and do a bit of research because I just think it's awesome to really have a proper, you know, in-depth explanation of where you're from. What else am I surprised about? Yeah, the Native American, I said I'm 1%. Even if it's 1%, I still didn't really expect anything to pop up from there. Asia East, I did. Europe West, I kind of, it's just madness. You just don't know what to expect, especially in a place like Jamaica, which is kind of a melting pot. Like, loads of people are very mixed up. Jamaica is very much a melting pot, so I really didn't know what to expect, and all I could go on is based on what I'm told. But then people aren't really sure of the facts, and even after speaking to like my grandparents, they weren't too sure either, so I knew I definitely had to do this because if they're not too sure, what the hell am I gonna know? So this is really informative. I might take another test later on, you know, later down the line when I've got time, maybe 23andMe or something else. I don't know if you want to suggest in the comment box below another really good website or something that I can check for my DNA, just see if I can get a bit more confirmation. But I am very well, I'm just happy to know. I'm happy to know more about me, and that gives me more peace, you know. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and keep tuned because in a couple of months I will be away. I will be out of UK again, so that'll be really exciting, and I'm glad I did this before I left. And I'm gonna go show my mom. I'm gonna go discuss it with my mother, and we'll talk about it, and she'll see if she can. I'm gonna make her guess, actually. That'll be quite fun, I wonder. So anyways, take care guys. Subscribe if you want to.
Alright, beautiful people, I will speak to you soon. Don't forget to like and share if you want to, and check out my Instagram. Merry Christmas, guys.